How does the International Space Station stay in the air? Whenever you launch a rocket off of Earth, it'll go up and then it'll come back down, crashing into Earth. So how does the International Space Station stay up without coming crashing back down? Well, first we'll have to look at what an orbit is and how that works. So let's say you are standing on the Earth and you throw a ball. That ball comes crashing down to Earth. Let's say you throw it harder. That ball goes a little further, but still comes crashing down to Earth. Let's say you throw the ball so hard that it keeps turning toward the Earth, but it never comes crashing back down to Earth and keeps going around and around and around. That's considered an orbit. So when a satellite like the International Space Station is launched, the rocket first carries it up into space. However, to get it to stay in space, the rocket needs to then turn and start accelerating it sideways so that it starts going fast enough that it doesn't come back down to Earth, but goes around and around and around. That seems simple enough. However, why do some satellites come crashing back down to Earth then? Wouldn't they stay up there forever? Well, for that answer, we have to look at the fact that the Earth has an atmosphere made up of gas particles. And down close to the surface, they're packed pretty close together. And then they get further and further apart as you go up until you have hardly any gas particles at all. Satellites that are orbiting above these air particles don't get slowed down by them and continue forever and ever and ever, even beyond when they break down and stop working. However, the International Space Station is orbiting much closer where it does hit some of these air particles. And because of that, it does slow down. And you would expect it to slow down enough that it eventually would come crashing down to Earth. However, this doesn't happen because every time they get resupplied, that resupply rocket gives them a little nudge and speeds them back up to the speed they were going before, allowing them to keep going around and around and around, even though they are hitting some of those air particles and they are getting slowed down just a little bit.